Hello, Lorelei family. It's me, Christina. Earlier this week, I got to have a conversation with a member from our church. There's someone who deals with chronic pain just like myself. We shared our journeys with different doctors and treatments, the hope of new treatments we will be trying, and praying for some relief. We joked about how some days just plain suck and how we need to rely on those around us to help, and being so thankful that there are people who care enough to help us. Chronic pain, mental health, autoimmune conditions, cancer, grief, and even worry. These things affect so many people, not only in our church, but in our community. And many times we don't even know what others are going through because they hide it so well. For those that struggle with these things, you never think that this will be a part of your life. Growing up, thinking of your future and all the things you want to do. And some things may turn out better than you could have ever imagined. But then there are other things you may miss out on because of limitations. In Philippians 1:6, Paul says, "And I am certain that God, who began the good work within you, will continue his work until it is finally finished on the day when Christ Jesus returns." Paul was speaking to the people of Philippi, and he saw them through the eyes of faith. He was able to encourage them because he viewed them as they would be when God was finished with them, not as they currently were. He didn't focus on their imperfections. It can be so easy to get stuck in how things didn't go as planned and to get sad. And that's a natural reaction to grief and loss, and particularly in response to chronic pain and illness. However, Philippians 1:6 is a comforting verse for a reason. It's a wonderful reminder that while we may not be where we want to be or thought we'd be, God's not finished with us yet. And Paul trusted in that. And we too can be confident that God has begun a good work in us, and he will perform it until the day Jesus returns. Life may not be as we envisioned, but we can be certain that God has a plan for us. He will not fail to follow through on his promises. So we have to be thankful for what we can do and have done, not focus on what we can't do and haven't done. Abide in the Lord daily, like the Philippians. We are still a work in progress, and we are God's beautiful creation, and nothing can ever change that. The Apostle Paul knew about the good old days, yet he learned for contentment. He realized that we can't be truly content based solely on life circumstances. It's only found in a life rooted in Jesus, the one who gave Paul the strength to get through every situation. And the Lord can and will do the same for us. We're not promised a life without trials. Pain and adversity are inevitable, and setbacks can steal our joy, but only if we allow it to happen. And over time, it's possible to replace some of the what could have beens with trusting that the Lord will provide all we need, including healing. God has plans for us, and he is enough for everything we will encounter in life. Let me leave you with one more verse from Philippians. Philippians 4:6 says, "Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank him for all he has done." Have a great week.